It is a very specific kind of frustration. Staring at the ceiling in the dark, watching the clock roll over to 2:13 a.m., knowing you spent the necessary hours in bed. Closing your eyes provides unconsciousness, but that is distinct from biological restoration. True recovery requires your brain to transition into specific, high-amplitude wave states that simply being asleep doesn't guarantee. You feel that deficit during the morning routine, a heavy physical drag that makes the first few hours of the day feel like an uphill climb. This daytime fatigue signals a missing internal instruction, an essential molecular prompt that your body requires to actually initiate the repair process. Your system is capable of rest. It is just experiencing a shift in biological signaling that can be scientifically identified and corrected. To find that signal, we have to move past the macro-human experience and into the microscopic setting where your sleep is actually governed. This is the domain of delta sleep-inducing peptide, or DSIP. It is a naturally occurring signaling molecule responsible for the very structure of your sleep. This peptide targets GABAergic receptors, initiating the specific neural sequence required to pull your nervous system into a restful state. This chart shows the result. On top is the jagged, erratic baseline of fragmented sleep. Below is the smooth, high-amplitude wave of delta sleep. This wave provides the non-negotiable biological foundation for physical repair. Without it, maintenance cycles remain on standby. Traditional sedatives often bypass this process. They force a state of unconsciousness, but they frequently do so by suppressing the sleep architecture required for health. Physical restoration is a metabolically demanding architecture that your body must actively build from the ground up every night. The primary threat to this architecture is the physiological interference of elevated nighttime cortisol. This is driven by the HPA axis, the biological engine, that can leave you in a wired but tired paradox, where your mind is exhausted, but your body refuses to settle. DSIP acts as a targeted brake on this axis. As the burgundy line of cortisol drops, it stops the interference and allows the turquoise sleep wave to expand. Reducing this friction immediately clears the path for the brain to enter deep, restorative cycles. This depth of neuroendocrine science is what the team at Zvia Weight Loss Medspa addresses, moving past superficial symptoms to pathways governing your recovery. With deep delta sleep established, the body initiates its primary rebuilding phase, triggering the natural secretion of growth hormone. This surge is what actively drives tissue repair, reconstitutes your immune system, and manages cellular regeneration while you sleep. Neutralizing systemic stress is the mandatory prerequisite for your body to finally perform the repair work it was designed for. The payoff is immediate. You wake up after a night of mathematically complete sleep architecture, feeling a level of rest that coffee cannot replicate. At Zvia Weight Loss Medspa, the teaching focuses on these inherent biological rhythms, explaining how to support the processes your body already knows how to perform. That restoration compounds throughout the day, manifesting as sustained energy and a sense of physiological ease, even during demanding hours. The evening routine, a simple subcutaneous injection, shifts from a desperate attempt to force sleep into a proactive act of biological control. When you're ready to understand more about how your biology works, the team at Zvia Weight Loss Medspa is here. Optimal health is achieved by providing your system the exact molecular signals it needs to heal itself.